चल वहाँ जाते हैं, चल वहाँ जाते हैं, प्यार करने चलो, चल वहाँ जाते हैं.
All right. Here we go back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Brighton versus Chelsea match preview is upon us. Graham Potter goes back to the Amex Community Stadium. It's gonna be fireworks. I feel like this particular game, it's gonna be a feisty one. Graham Potter going back to Brighton. Wonder what sort of reception he's gonna get from the Brighton fans. I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be well received, but at the same time, there's going to be some sort of ill feelings. The way he probably left just in the middle of nowhere, left them all stranded. But this is the nature of the footballing industry, isn't it? Nothing is for certainty, and things change very, very drastically and rapidly. Ladies and gentlemen, this you know what this match reminds me of, and you'll see it in the thumbnail. It reminds me of that Spider-Man meme. Do you know the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other, like looking at each other like that? It's kind of like that, isn't it? I mean, Brighton, Chelsea, Graham Potter knows Brighton so well. Brighton probably would know Graham Potter obviously very, very well, and what kind of setup that we may have. It's going to be probably a battle of 3-3-3-1, I feel like. Brighton are very, very good at that formation. It is actually their formation. It's not really our formation. We've kind of inherited that. But I feel like that's probably what it's going to be, a battle of the 3-3-3-1 formation. Looking at our people, players that are still out, Koulibaly is still out, so it makes me think we might set up the way we set up against Salzburg. And we've got the long-term injuries of Wesley Fofana, Reece James. So that's pretty much about that. And obviously N'Golo Kante. The way Brighton's, they set up with the three defenders, whether it's Lewis Dunk, then you've got Webster, then you've got another particular brother. I can't remember exactly his name. In the wings or wing backs, they're really wingers. You've got Trossard, Trossard on the left side, Solimarsh on the right side. In the middle, you're potentially going to have, Saicedo, Adam Lallana, and McAllister. I watch quite a lot of Brighton, men. They're a very entertaining team. I'm very surprised for the past three games how they've not at least picked up some points. It's very unfortunate. I've actually ended up watching all of those matches. That match against Brentford 3 matches ago. How Brentford won that 2-0, they got peppered, absolutely peppered. And it was really David Raya that kept them in the game for that particular match against Brentford. Against Nottingham Forest, Nottingham Forest had nothing, zilch, nada. It was all Brighton. They just simply couldn't finish. Against Man City, there were good portions of the time, especially in the second half, where Brighton was all over them. And I think it was, I don't know what the exact record is, but it was after a very, very long time, or if ever, a particular team going to City's home ground and dominating with possession, which is incredible. So you don't normally see that. This particular match, I pretty much expect the same thing from Brighton at home. They may potentially dominate possession. They are very well advanced in that 3-3-3-1 formation. So I'm still thinking they will probably have the major share of the ball. One of the things about Brighton, though, is they just can't score goals. They have very nice build-up, very good play in the midfield, and they move the ball very quickly. But when they go to the final third, that's where they struggle so much. And this is where the lack of goals, this is where they've been losing games unnecessarily when they really should be winning. They just can't put the ball at the back of the net. That's their biggest issue. And the other issue is throughout the game, as great as they look, they always have some hiccups here and there defensively. So what is our game plan? I think it's going to be quite simple. Just keep it very tight in defense, which we are very good at the moment. And we'll do the lineup very, very soon. Keep it very compact. And moving forward, that's where our issue is, where we don't finish our opportunity. We've got to take at least one or two. Look, I think there may be goals in this particular match, but hopefully we come up on top. As I said, in terms of team news, ladies and gentlemen, the long-term injuries of N'Golo Kante, Wesley Fofana, Reece James, they're still out. Koulibaly is still, apparently this game is a bit too early. So the back three is going to be quite set as we do the lineup. But yeah, man, can't wait for this match. Graham Potter going back to the Amex Community Stadium. It's going to be great. Let's do our lineup, ladies and gentlemen, right now. I'm going to continue on with Kepa. Some of you guys may like it. Some of you guys may not like it. Some of you guys want Mendy back. But for me, I don't see any need to change this. He's doing well. Continue him on as long as the form continues. Why not? In the LCB position, it's going to be none other than Cucurella. Here's another brother going back to Brighton. We've not talked about this. There's a lot of history, isn't it? Obviously, they've got Billy Gilmore, Liwa Kowa won't be able to play. He's on loan. Billy Gilmore, does he feature? I don't know. I think in recent times, Roberto De Zerbi, who's a very, very good manager, and he's saying that he wants to win this. He wants to win this and get his first victory. We've got to make sure we don't give him that victory. And he was saying that, look, at the moment for Billy Gilmore, it is very tough because in midfield, it's players like McAllister, Saicedo, Adam Lallana, and things are a bit difficult, and Billy probably has to be patient. Whether he features in this match, I don't think so. Thiago Silva in the middle. Look, I'm going to play a very strong team for this particular match, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not holding back. We need to get victories in the Premier League. We need to keep picking up the 3 points. The next match against Zagreb at home in the Champions League, it will be an entire different starting 11 and an entire different bench. I may even bring some academy players in. Hopefully that's how Graham Potter thinks about it. So that's why for this particular match, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going with a strong lineup to encounter Brighton. On the right side, Chalobah's rise. This guy, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that he's turning out to be an awesome, awesome defender. And hopefully this continues on. He, at the moment, is probably our best defender. And this is no disrespect to Silva. Silva, his standards are amazing. But Chalobah at the moment, there's no stopping him. There's absolutely no stopping him. In the middle, Jorginho as the deepest lying midfielder. Do you know what? I just want to give my 2 cents on Jorginho a little bit. I'm seeing so much banter and disrespect in Twitter at the moment for Jorginho, and all for what? For people cheering on for Declan Rice. Look, as I said, I reckon half of my issues with Declan Rice is probably not even footballing related. Like, to be honest, it's the fact that how some of our fans cheer Declan Rice on in the expense of putting Jorginho down. Like, that is such disrespect, man. Jorginho is our player. And as I've said, I understand his flaws, but I appreciate what he brings to the football club. And if you don't understand that, then I'm sorry. And God may help you. Hopefully one day you do see exactly what he brings to the football club. But as I said, that doesn't mean he doesn't have flaws. That doesn't mean that there aren't any better players out there that can do his role, but at a more upgraded level. I completely get it. But I'm not one of those ones that completely disregards his benefits. And at the moment in football Twitter, there's just too much of that. And it's very, very annoying. Seeing from some of the larger sort of accounts as well, who have a lot of influence in the community. In the 3-man midfield, so I'm going to have, as I said, Jorginho as the deepest midfielder. I'm going to have Kovacic. Kovacic is fine as per the press conference. Graham Potter said that it was a bit of tiredness, but he has recovered. So I want to see him playing. So Kovacic is going to be closer to Jorginho, and just above Kovacic in that midfield trio, I'm going to bring out Mason Mount. Although Gallagher had a fine performance against Salzburg, I'm bringing out Mason Mount because he is the man in some sort of form at the moment. So I want to continue on that particular form. And Gallagher can definitely play off the bench in this particular match, and also definitely start against Zagreb in the Champions League match after this. So there is no worries about that. Gallagher, stay patient, stay calm. You're going to get your time. Not a problem. In the left side, whether you want to call it as left wing back, left wing, whatever you want to say, it's an advanced role on the left side, high and wide on the left. I'm going to get Raheem Sterling in. Some of you guys are not happy with Raheem Sterling as well. Just hang in there, man. This guy is one of our star players. We can't just be, abandoning him right now. Yes, he's not been in the finest form, but hopefully he slowly recovers that form. He's going to need it for not just for Chelsea, but for England moving on into the World Cup, which is very, very soon. So let's continue him on, man. Let's not try and sort of dismiss him already. He's got quite a lot of qualities, and I hope this particular match brings out that quality. And someone like Raheem Sterling is going to be very, very important with the way Brighton sets up as well. Do you know what I mean? They're going to set up just like us, 3-3-3-1 with 3 defenders, and Sterling hopefully can do a lot of damage against them. On the right side, I'm going to go on with Christian Pulisic. I see no reason for dropping Christian Pulisic. I'll be very, very disappointed. But to be honest, I can't see anyone else who can play that spot. Maybe Hakim Ziyech, but Hakim Ziyech hasn't played that many minutes. Christian Pulisic had a very good game against Salzburg. Let's continue him on. I know he missed out on a goal-scoring opportunity. Hopefully he gets a goal against Brighton. Why not? I think it will be very disappointing if Christian Pulisic doesn't start this match, unless we play a totally different formation. Do you know what I mean? Just behind the striker, Kai Havertz. Why not? Why not? Off the back of that particular match against Salzburg, who I deemed him to be a man of the match for that particular match. Not only he scored, he should have had a couple of assists to his name. Let's continue him on. Let's see what sort of damage he can provide in the Premier League. And this is what I want to do. You played a good game. Let's give you another chance and continue on. You got to have a very good game. This is what I said post that Salzburg game. You had a very good game. Now be the man of the match against Brighton. That's your challenge. Continue on building this momentum. No point in having one good game and then back to your old ways again for 3-4 games and then one odd game. No, you need to be consistent, brother. Goals, assists, complete package football on a regular basis. Up front, Aubameyang, I need this brother to correct those wrongs from Salzburg. Should have at least scored 1, probably 2, if I'm being honest. I need him to play this match and correct that mistake from Salzburg. So one of them against Salzburg was well saved by the goalkeeper, to be honest. But Aubameyang up front, he's got the quality. I know some of you guys might be screaming for Armando Broja. Armando Broja definitely starts against Zagreb for me, because that particular match can be completely rotated after that match. It's Arsenal, so it'll be good to get everyone, most of the starting 11 have a good, solid 1 week off. So this particular match, Aubameyang plays for me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my lineup. 3-3. So you've got the 3 defenders, you've got the 3 in midfield, you've got the 3 up front just behind the striker, Aubameyang. So that's the formation I'm going with. I'm expecting Brighton to do the same thing. Kepa, goalkeeper, Cucurella, Silva, Chalobah, Jorginho, Kovacic, Mount, Pulisic, Sterling, Havertz, Aubameyang. Pretty much the same lineup against Salzburg. I'm going with a blockbuster. I think there's going to be some goals here. Maybe a 3-1 Chelsea win, maybe 3-2 Chelsea win, something like that, man. It could be interesting. I know Brighton, they don't score. I'm giving them a couple of goals. Maybe a bit too unrealistic, maybe a bit too generous, I suppose. Kepa hopefully can keep a clean sheet. I'm hoping he can keep a clean sheet, but I think they may just sneak in 1 goal. But yeah, that's my prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think about that lineup. Let me know what your score prediction is. Would you change anything? Are you concerned about anything? Please let me know in the comment section below. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. See ya.